the world today. Shawn O'Sullivan from Toronto, Canada, the reigning world light middleweight amateur champion. And O'Sullivan won that title here in Reno earlier in the year against Alexander Koshkin of the Soviet Union. Koshkin had decked O'Sullivan in the second round. A game O'Sullivan came out in the third was all over the Soviet. He won the championship right here in Reno, Nevada. I talked to Shawn before today's bout.
I know the Olympics is such a serious dedication on your part, the plan toward it, that you've given up for at least a year your studies at the University of Toronto just to concentrate on boxing, haven't you?
We had to, Don. It was just too much to try and train and travel and study at the same time. We had forecasted our competitive schedule a number of months ago, starting in September, and we had seen that we were going to be out of town or out of the country at least once a month starting in September until about May, and it was at that time that we decided that the university would just have to take a backseat to the boxing career now for this 1 year. There's just too much at stake, and at the age I'm at now, my competitive or my athletic years will never return. But the University of Toronto will always be there, so we can go back to that. But I feel right now that the only thing I can do now is, or feel I want to do right now is the amateur athletics, and the Olympic Games is for me the important thing right now.
And here he is, Shawn O'Sullivan, a popular figure right here in Reno with that crushing victory of Koshkin to win the World Championship earlier this year. He will oppose Michael Cross of the United States. Cross, a quarterfinalist in the recent Nationals in Colorado Springs. He said that he was not the least bit intimidated by the presence of Shawn O'Sullivan. Indicated he would open it up very early and take the action right to Shawn. Of course, O'Sullivan renowned as an exciting brawler in the light middleweight division. Certainly one of the top Olympic prospects in the world, reigning world amateur champion. So we have Cross with limited experience internationally against a real good one from Canada. Referee is Raleigh Schwartz of the United States. Indeed, Michael is taking it to Shawn O'Sullivan very early. O'Sullivan says he can brawl or he can box. It all depends on how the bout tends to go. And we've got some equipment problems with Michael Cross as Schwartz takes him back to the American corner. Michael, just 20 years of age, 5'11", has a 1-inch height advantage over Shawn O'Sullivan. He's been boxing 8 years now, since he was 12. O'Sullivan's only been competing 5.5 years, but in that space of time, played the World Cup Championship as he first onto the amateur scene in Montreal in 1981, and has been virtually unstoppable ever since. This combined Canada-Great Britain team with just one victory so far, that's scored by Wayne Gordon over Alton Rice. The United States has a 6-1 lead here. And if Cross could beat O'Sullivan, that would clinch the victory in this 12-bout dual boxing meet. But O'Sullivan starts to get to Cross now. First to the body, then the uppercut. Into the hand, and down he goes. A sudden right hand thrown by Shawn O'Sullivan. That will be all. A very impressive knockout scored by Shawn O'Sullivan of Canada. He destroyed young Michael Cross of the United States, and it came very suddenly as they examined Michael to make sure that he's all right. Looks like he is in the American corner. Cross decided to open things up against O'Sullivan and might have paid the price for that. Shawn, coming in with the right hand, the uppercut did much of the damage, and then as Michael Cross tried to back across the ring, took that strong right hand from Shawn, down he went. It was all over at 118 of round number 1. One more look now at the devastating right hand thrown by Shawn O'Sullivan of Canada. O'Sullivan reinforcing his credentials as world amateur champion. Shawn, he decided to go wide open against you early, and you made him pay for it.
He was a very good competitor and very game and doing a lot of very good stuff. It was just something that the timing was right and the right hand landed properly, and I was fortunate to have that happen.
How'd you feel about your timing, the way you were getting punches off today?
They were working well. I was blocking and working off of his left hand. As I mentioned, I can box, and it was just working off his left hand was working well.
You also can win, as you do most of the time.
Oh, I like to win better than lose, but I just do my best, that's all.
All right, good luck to you, Shawn.
Thank you, Don.
So back-to-back victories by the Canadians.